So here we've got a very quick overview of a ward simulation activity built in Unreal Engine 5.8. So the key things about this is I've used Codex, or what they have now renamed the ChatGPT app, to interact with Unreal Engine through its MCP. So I haven't built most of this. I've added a few little bits, but most of it has just been telling Codex what I want it to build. It then builds it and I then test it. So that's one of the things. The other thing is that it's also allowing interactions with characters in here that we'll see in just a second that are controlled, as in their speech is generated through OpenAI's Realtime API. So it's a kind of conversation with an AI agent, but they're lip synced here and they're speaking back to you. So let's have a look. So we've got a sort of fairly basic sort of set up here, nice little courtyard out there, but we can see that this is set up a bit like an RPG, that you've got some quests and you've got a kind of objective here. So we've got to get into the general ward. So this is the general ward. Let's go in. Okay, so the quest is updated. I've got to go and wash my hands in the sink now. Always a good thing to do when you arrive on the ward. I'm just opening the door. Not my best animation, but it gives you the idea. And now I've got to go and talk to the nurse. But before I do that, let's just have a look around the ward. So you can see we've got a load of sorts of things that you'd expect to find on a ward, or certainly a typical NHS ward. But these have all been generated by taking photos, or a lot of them are taking photos of real things. So I took several photos of this thing, this medicine dispensing cabinet, when I was down in Tooting the other day, having a look at the sim ward facilities that they've got there. So I took some photos there, put those photos into ChatGPT and said, come up with a simplified version of this with no background, so that it was an easy thing to look at. And then asked Copilot to turn it into a 3D model, which it did, and then imported it just told Codex that it was available now and it should put it somewhere in the ward, and it did that. And then I moved it around at the end. And the same goes for all of these other things here. They're all based on photos that have then had 3D models made of them. A lot of them asking ChatGPT to create simple versions of the photos so that it's easier then to convert into 3D models. So let's go and talk to the nurse. So what we've got here is clicking on the nurse, you'll see some text on the screen just to say what's happening, but clicking on the nurse will open up a connection to OpenAI's API, and it will be a real-time conversation. So I use real-time quite a lot in other areas of what I do work on. So it's quite nice being able to call it from within Unreal Engine. So let's speak to the nurse. Hello there. So I'm the new student nurse, but I'm not completely sure what I'm meant to be doing. Could you tell me?
Please introduce yourself to Arthur and ask how he's feeling and whether he managed to eat any breakfast. Then come back and tell me what he says.
Okay, right. So who's Arthur?
Arthur Williams is the patient you're looking after today, the gentleman in this bay. Go and introduce yourself, then ask how he's feeling and whether he managed to eat any breakfast.
Oh, okay, right. I'll do that. Breakfast and how he's feeling. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. I'll be here when you come back with what he tells you.
Right, let's go and find out what Arthur had for breakfast. Oh, let's see. Hello there, Arthur. My name's Stian. I am the student nurse here. I just wondered how you were feeling today.
All right, Stian. I'm a bit tired and a little anxious being in here, but I'm not in any real pain. I only managed a cup of tea and about half a slice of toast this morning. Just didn't have much appetite.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That was my next question, actually. Did you manage to get any sleep last night?
On and off. I kept waking with the noise and feeling a bit puffed. I did get a bit of rest, but it weren't proper deep sleep.
No, I know it can be difficult being in a hospital with the lights, and it's just a different place, isn't it? Well, we'll try and look after you, and hopefully you'll sleep better tonight. I'm just going to go back and talk to the nurse. Okay, it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thanks. I'd like that. I'll just try to rest a bit.
Okay, so I've spoken to Arthur, and he says he is he's okay. I think he's a bit under the weather. I don't think he likes being in hospital, but he did manage to eat
Thanks for
a
the
half a
update.
slice of toast.
Let
Yeah,
me just
and
pick up on one more detail we need for his care. Thanks for checking in with him. It sounds like you approached him kindly. Did you find out whether he managed to eat any breakfast?
yeah, I was just trying to tell you. He had half a slice of toast and a cup of tea.
Perfect. That's really helpful. Thanks for getting both how he's feeling and what he ate. Nice, clear handover. Keep that warm, simple approach with him.
And there we go. You can see she sort of thought I'd finished speaking, and you do get that with real time. You can tweak that a bit. But that's it. So hopefully, obviously that's a very simple interaction, but you can see how easily, you can just give instructions to Codex or the ChatGPT app and say, right, we now want to add a new bit to this quest. Can we get him to have this sort of interaction? And then it will just carry on building this without needing too much work from us. So I think there's lots of potential there.